Anyone who subscribes to my channel will know that I'm a big fan of Dave Richards. He runs an amazing steam-powered machine shop and documents the work that he does in his shop on his YouTube channel. Now, one of the machines which features quite often in his videos is a shaper. Now, I've become fascinated by shapers and I would love to have one. However, if you've watched my videos, you will know that I have a very small workshop and I don't have room for a shaper. Also, I thought, I was talking to an old friend a few weeks ago and the subject of shapers came up. And he told me about a hand-operated shaper, which his father had in his workshop. And it's really intrigued me. I'd not heard of these, knew nothing about them at all. So I did some research and discovered that there were several companies that used to make small hand-operated shapers. One of these companies was Adept, and they made two shapers, the No.1 and the slightly larger No.2. So a quick search on eBay revealed listings for a couple of these shapers. And I was very lucky and successfully managed to win the auction for one of them. And here it is. This is an Adept No.1 Shaper. It's difficult to age because these were first produced in the 1930s and I think production continued into the 1950s. When I got it, this one was missing this angle plate here, which is basically the bed, if you can call it that. It's as my hand, so you can see how small it is. But I was actually able to source one from RDG Tools, which is exactly the right size for it. And then basically there are a couple of T-bolts that fit in these slots, and that bolts this on here. Now I haven't got this clamped at the moment; it's literally just sitting on the bench. Now I've mounted it on an aluminium block to raise it up so that I can access the feed wheel here. This basically moves the shaper left and right across the bed, and then you have this wheel at the top which raises and lowers the cutter. That's the clapper box there, to adjust your cut basically. And then I'll move it around the side so you can see it from the side. It'll show the ram a little bit better. Okay, so this part is the ram. And this is operated using this lever, and basically as you move the lever this way, the cutter moves across the bed. Like so. Now this ram's got about a 4-inch total stroke. What we'll do is I'll clamp it down onto the bench and I'll put a piece of work on the bed here, and so you can actually see it cutting and making some chips. Okay, so we have a piece of aluminium clamped to the bed and the cutter's set, and then basically you just operate the lever and it makes a cut like that. You bring it back, then we adjust the feed to pull the cutter that way very slightly, and we make another cut. And basically you keep doing that all the way across the work. I'm only making a very light cut with this. But you get the idea. And it's absolutely superb for making slots, as you can see. It produces an amazing finish. I mean, the finish. I'll zoom in. We'll have a close look at the surface. But yeah, you can see. Let me let's come in close on that. So the finish is just lovely. It really is nice. So this is just a test piece to show you the shaper in action. But I'm hoping that it won't be too long before I've got an actual genuine job for the shaper to do. So that's it for this part. Hopefully next time you see it in action, it will be on an actual job. Okay, well, first official job for the old shaper. I spent today making a carriage lock lever, as per Adept Workshop video, and I'll put a link in the description to that. It just is an absolutely brilliant idea, and I didn't think of it. Thanks for Aid for thinking of it and actually making one. Anyway, it's basically complete. This is the handle part, and this is the actual bolt. Now, it's all done and ready to go in, but the last job is to put a flat on the round top where the thread is for the handle. And normally I would file that, but I thought, hang on a minute, this is a job for the shaper. If I could work out where clamping the bolt in place, then we can use the shaper to put the flat on, because it'll do a much better job than filing it. And sure enough, I've V-block and some G-clamps, and it seems to be doing the trick. So, yeah. Let's... I'm only taking very small cuts, because, you know, it doesn't need huge cuts, and it's only a small flat anyway. But it's working superbly. It's doing an absolutely cracking job. As I said, it takes a while, but it's a hell of a lot less effort than filing. And I mean, obviously, I wouldn't normally do it this way, but I'm trying to stand out the way so that the camera can see what's going on. But basically, I'm just moving it across using the feed, and giving it a few, and moving it very slowly across using the feed, and then giving it a scrape. And then basically you wind on a small amount of cut, and then you go the other way. And I have to say, it works very well. Prior to this, I did do a test piece of, tried it on a piece of aluminium. I just wanted to see if the cutter was any good, but the cutter is fine. Obviously it's going over the hole here, so you get the... But you get the idea. I think that will probably do. Let's see if we can zoom in on that. Oops, wrong way. You can give some idea of what's actually going on. But yes, it's done a superb job, and that's exactly what we want. The flat. It's only got to be wide enough for the handle, and that's more than adequate. So there you go, first official job for the shaper, which I am well pleased, as you can imagine, to have a shaper in my workshop. It's it's just an amazing bit of kit. So that's it for now with the shaper. If I come up with any other sort of reasonably interesting jobs for it, then I'll I'll do some more videos. But at the moment, I think that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this little video on the Adept No.1 Shaper. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers.